Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Thanks for joining me today. I'm just shuffling the cards. I've already connected with my team. At the moment I have no themes being given, so I'm just going to go with the cards and see how this unfolds. Okay, first card. Dreams. I feel at the moment dreams are very important. It's a very powerful time for dreaming. Some of you may have already been aware that dreams are becoming quite vivid, lucid. They are becoming almost, it's becoming difficult to see the boundary between what is real in our 3D form and what is real as a spirit and in dream time. So the veil is becoming thin between those two worlds there, and the dream state is basically that transition. It's that really easy opportunity to sort of morph from one aspect of yourself in the 3D into that higher self, into that soul being, into the fifth dimension. And I feel for many of you, you are feeling the sort of the heat turning up in that area. So things are getting quite intense. The dreams are sometimes quite overwhelming, perhaps a bit too heated and a bit intense, where you might wake up and you find you suddenly burning up. You've been sweating, perhaps you're letting out a lot of heat and a lot of energy through the night. You might also have a bit of ear pain, I feel, some headaches, some ear pain. And again, this is just tuning up into higher dimensions and receiving guidance. Everything that's happening in the dream state is happening for your development, for your transformation. So trust that it is a time where you can connect with your team, your guides and your loved ones, and you can move forward and sort of shed parts of yourself that are no longer needed. I see there in the background what appears to resemble the image of somebody just lying there, sort of. It's almost like they're pushed to the wayside. They're done. They're surrendering. They're giving up. But that is because you are seeing the destination clearer now. You are seeing the path forward, and you're no longer afraid to step into it. So I do feel that the dreams are allowing us that time to do that, to have some self-reflection and to move into better pastures. I've just had a lovely card jump out the deck there. I like it when that happens. Yeah, so new experiences and possibilities. And again, I feel that this is linking in with the dreams. You are starting to see things from a better perspective. And yes, you may have to put some effort in to be able to climb up that little bit higher, to be able to reach up there. But you are beginning to realise that it is obtainable. It can be done. And you have the support of your guides and your loved ones on that journey, so you know that you are fully supported, and no matter where this journey takes you, no matter what happens, even if at times you cannot see the way and you feel that you're completely lost and alone, know that you're not. You're fully supported there. You have everything you need. And you're very much in a healing energy at the moment, so I feel that you have begun to realise the importance of this journey into self. And this isn't for sort of, your own sort of selfish needs, for gratification or for ego boosting. This is about deep inner healing. And for many of you, this might be quite painful. It might be a struggle. And yes, it may take time. I feel that this sort of journey of discovery and inner healing may still be going on in the spring, or perhaps that's when it comes to an end. And please don't be put off by that. Please don't be fearing that, spring's too far away, you can't continue doing this work. Just take your time. There's no rush here to overcome these hurdles. They happen as and when they're meant to. And sometimes that is a slow burner, and that is perfectly okay. So just go with the flow, and just as the seasons sort of change, and these days the seasons can all sort of blend into one. We never know whether we're getting sun or rain or snow or whatever. It's much the same here. Just allow things to unfold naturally as they're meant to. Don't be worrying about when things are going to move into a different period, a different season. Just allow things to flow. Yeah, because you are in tune now. You have had that revelation. You have had that epiphany, that awakening. Your eyes are open. You're hearing things now. You're connected deeply. And, the illusions are becoming apparent that, in fact, they are illusion. That the world we live in is not as true as it seems. And in actual fact, the greater truths in life, are those within yourself. And I feel like they were giving me light there for a reason. The light that you hold within, that is your truth. So when you're shining brightly and you feel connected, and I feel that, yes, there's a connection here with the moon as it shows in the card. When you feel, and there'll be a full moon coming up soon, when you are connected with that energy of sorry, I'm just saying the full moon here. I think it's the new moon coming in. When you're connected with that new awakening, that fresh start, that cleansing side of yourself, it's almost as if the light shining in radiates through you, and it just heals you and it guides you, and it takes you where the next level is. You don't have to be searching for the answers all the time. You just have to follow that inner guidance, that inner light, and trust that you've got all the support you need there. And be balanced. Put some effort into feeling balanced within yourself, within your emotions, and your daily life. Yeah, and again, I feel that this is about balance once again. It's showing us there that we all have different aspects of ourselves, and yet in order to sort of fly and be in a stable position where we feel happy and fulfilled, we need to find balance. Balance is key, and it's not something that comes easy. And sometimes we have to really ground ourselves in our truth or in our healing, and taking that time for ourselves. We have to sometimes do that, even if it means at the time we may feel like we're putting too much effort into that, all the eggs are going in one basket, and perhaps something else has been put on the back burner. But trust and understand that that's happening as it's meant to. So if something does have to go on the back burner, it's only for a short period of time. It's not going to be forever. It is a phase. It is a stage within the transformation of yourself. And it's important you do that. You recognise when things are important. Yeah, again, and I feel that this is connecting with perhaps the softer, more emotional sides of yourself. Also some of those wounded sides of yourself, because in order for you to be able to move forward and sort of charge and take back the power and be unafraid of whatever storm may come and hit, you must be comfortable in your own skin. You must know the way based on who you are and how you feel in this very moment. And this very moment is influenced by where we have come from and the things we've experienced. So getting in tune with those parts of yourself that perhaps you don't pay much attention to, or you're just afraid of. You might be afraid to delve into those aspects of yourself. Try, if you can, to just connect with that, even if it is just sitting for a few moments with an emotion when it crops up, or just having a bath and just being in that stillness, at peace with one and your body. I do feel that it's really important to do that. And yeah, it's important to forgive yourself, because all of life is learning. So anything that's happened that you're being sort of tough on yourself about, release that, give it up, just let it go, because it has brought you to exactly where you need to be. And please don't feel that things you've done have hurt people and held them at your mercy and in pain and suffering, because they're on their own journey also, and they will have learnt from that experience as much as you have. We're all so deeply interconnected, and even at times we are sort of woven, it would seem, with complete strangers, and that might seem odd, but we really are truly connected to everybody here. So there may be times in your life where you just bump into somebody and you start a conversation, and you don't know this person, but you come away with some sort of deep, profound message following that meeting. And if that happens to you and you find yourself in that situation, please sit with that for a moment afterwards, or perhaps if you haven't got time that day, do it at a later date and just sit and recall that conversation. And was there a hidden meaning there? Because I feel for some of you it is there, and it is divinely sent. It is there to sort of propel you into a different way of thinking or a different direction on your journey. Yeah, taking time again, going inwards and just sitting with yourself, being comfortable with that. I see this as sort of fire gazing time, having that space where we do just let go of our thoughts and we are at peace. We almost feel the weight coming out of our body, and we feel it's almost like levitation. You've come in out of that heavy energy, out of that chaotic space, and you move into something purer and clearer where you can feel and connect with your true soul, and you might within that time observe perhaps past lives or past memories or something that is going to show you the learning curve here, the point of this life, the purpose of being here, the lessons that had to be learned or worked upon. Yeah, once again, I feel that this is that sort of deep connection with nature, knowing that at times we just have to put ourselves first. And again, not to be selfish. It's just that if you don't, you're not really of any use to anyone else anyway, because you're letting yourself go and you're coming so far away from your truth and your wholeness. You become disconnected, so you're just almost like a robotic version of yourself. You're on autopilot, you're not really present, and you're not paying attention to what's going on around you. You're simply in a sort of, well, yeah, just an autopilot energy. Sorry, 2 cards just fell on the floor there. So yeah, coming back into the present moment and connecting with that nature in your heart space and awakening and seeing what needs to be seen. Yeah, and sometimes, seeing what needs to be seen may involve looking through something so small that may seem insignificant, and yet what lies on the other side of that is so beautiful, so powerful. It's like a whole new world. So if you feel strong enough to perhaps open up some of those wounds, some of those memories or traumatic periods in your life that you've shut down to, you've closed off, if you feel at any point ready for healing, and please only do this if you feel comfortable, then take that opportunity to do some inner healing work and go within and to just allow those emotions to come out, to release and to flow, because sometimes there's things like that we hold within ourselves that they no longer serve us, and it is just time to let go and move forwards. Yeah, and if you've let go and you've sort of ploughed the field and cleansed everything, cleaned the slate, you have a whole new canvas there in which you can plant new seeds, you can grow, things can turn into something beautiful. And I feel that, your loved ones and your team in the higher realms are always trying to give you signs, little messages, and it's about paying attention to that. So if we're trapped with all this heavy baggage and this energy that no longer resonates, we are not fully sort of pulsating, giving out the frequency which is sort of destined for us at that moment in time. We're kind of clouded over and we're not open to receiving some of that guidance. So it is important to clean the slate, to plough the fields, to get some weeding done and get rid of some of that rubbish. And then things can grow. And, much like the tree there, we can let go of things and we can feel completely bare and naked. And, perhaps in that moment you sort of regret going through that because you may not recognise who you are without those attachments or those memories or perhaps those people. But know and trust that it is meant to be, and it will happen in divine timing, because when it is right, things will then start to grow, and they will start to grow from a better place. Okay, I had this card, I think it was either yesterday or another day recently, and again I feel that is you becoming your warrior. So you're moving on from those heavy energies and those traumas and the wounds that have sort of until now led the way. You're not forgetting them, you're just seeing them from a higher perspective. You've taken the learning and the growth you've needed from them, and they've become part of your soul. And I think I said this the other day as well, but the message I'm getting again now is it's almost like they become a tattoo upon your sort of 3D form, but it is a memory from your soul. It is an experience that is ingrained within your soul. So moving forward from whatever that trauma or grief may have been, and moving forward with strength and confidence and pride, and just knowing that you can do this, you can achieve this. And when you do, you will be free. You will feel like a different person. You will have moved into a sort of a new world. And, you know, in some way I'm seeing this as a gravestone, a headstone. But I also feel that is a symbol of the death of something new. The death of something old and the beginning of something new. Moving forwards into the light, into a new world, and expanding your consciousness and your awareness. So, yeah, be prepared to do that work, to take that risk, and know that you can. And here we go. This next card is perfect for this. Beginnings, new beginnings are coming, without a doubt. We are moving into that transition now, and things are really going to start changing, and they're going to change rapidly here. If you put that effort in and you do that work, you will head in a new direction. You will get the opportunity to start over, and yeah, you will be multifaceted. You will still have a lot of these aspects within you, so don't feel that, you know, if you do this, you're letting go of everything of who you are, because not at all. It has made you who you are, and it is part of you, but it is also not something you need to carry as a burden, as a weight, as a noose around your neck. You just need to move on and sort of, yeah, as it says in the card, you need to try again. You need to aim for something that is more aligned with what you need at this point in your life. And, you know, sometimes those things we need are the things we least expect. So it could be something that you've always thought was not for you, not your sort of interests, or wouldn't work for you. But now you're realising, you know, the cogs are turning in the right direction. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a card. It's just fallen on the floor there. So, yeah, you're starting to realise that the things coming in are coming from all different angles, and perhaps not the areas you were expecting them to come from, but you are trusting and you are having faith, and you're also starting to listen. You're starting to pay attention to the signs, and this isn't just from your guides and your loved ones. This is from sort of little things within life, things you're seeing, things you're hearing. You're realising that if you tune in with those small, tiny little aspects and recognise the symbolism, it will help to move you forwards. And yeah, it sort of connects you with that greater whole and that creative side of yourself. You feel like you're going into a new world there. And in order to sort of rise from the ashes within that new world, you must focus on love. You must find the strength and the confidence to try and see things from the higher perspective of love, instead of getting bogged down in the heaviness and, you know, the mundane day-to-day of what's happening here in the 3D world. Try and rise above it. Try and connect with your soul and your team and see things in a purer, more healing light, because that healing energy and that energy of unconditional love will serve us far better than anything else. And the more you practice it, the more you can relate to it, the easier it will get. And please don't just give up on that. Don't think, oh, I can't do it, it's not working for me, I'm no good. It does take practice, and that's perfectly normal, but just persevere. Yeah, so again, I feel like this is regarding the change and things coming from different directions, and when you least expect it. And, you know, this tower moment, when it lands, when it comes, no matter how bad it may seem, it won't be overall, in truth, in the future, anywhere near as bad as it appeared. It is there to shake things up for a reason. It's meant to happen. It will come in there like a bit of an explosion. It will shake things up, but that is the purpose of it. That is the intention. And your soul has agreed for that to happen. So trust in it. Trust that it knows what you need. And again, yeah, releasing those darker sides of yourself. Do not be a prisoner within your own hearts and your body and soul. Release. Just understand what is meant for you and what is not, and don't hang on to these sort of dark negative energies. Don't hold yourself back in a state of pain, reflecting, ruminating on darkness and wounding that you're not moving from. And I say that because it is important to reflect and to have those moments, but try not to sit with it for longer than is needed, because that will just affect your energy subconsciously. We need to visit these places, acknowledge them, accept them, heal them, grow from them, and then leave the devil behind. Do not allow the devil to come in and sort of stick its claws in and take hold of you. Yeah, again, I feel that this is looking at things from several different perspectives. Seeing that there are always opportunities, even when we may feel totally imprisoned or trapped or at risk. There are many options, and sometimes it takes asking somebody else, asking and accepting help from someone else, or even just from your team and your guides. Sometimes it takes doing that and having the courage to do it, to be able to see an option that perhaps just wasn't visible until then. And yeah, lean on somebody you trust, somebody that you feel you can open up to from the heart space, comfortably, genuinely. Someone like, for some reason, and you might not even know why you feel this way, but you just feel that all of your guards come down and you are transparent, you are open. It's almost as if they just understand you far better than anyone else. Sorry, the cards are jumping and jumping today. That's 3 cards, I think, too. Sorry, that have just landed on the floor. So yeah, find that person, and you'll know anyway, but just if you don't know, just have a little think, and it may be given to you, may be guided to think of a particular person. Trust in that person, and please have the strength to open up, because when you allow yourself to move into that space of communication and the guards do come down, you find yourself free and open, and it's almost like a kaleidoscope. You begin to see things from so many different angles, and yes, they may all have similarities, they may resemble one another, but they are also coming from such beautiful different perspectives, and that will help you heal and grow. And so just talking about things with somebody can really help shed light on that for you. Yeah, and speak the language of love. So again, I feel that this is you talking with that person. This is you opening your heart and saying, well, this is how I feel. This is what's going on for me. And the other person there, I feel, has their heart pure as can be, open and ready to receive. It's almost, I'm seeing this heart pendant there, a bit like a shell, where it's, if you hold a shell up to your ear and you hear what sounds like the sea, it's like you're open to receiving the energy of the sea. And I feel that this other person is always open to receiving your energy and hearing your side of the story and what's going on. So yeah, this could be a twin flame, this could be a soul bond, this could be somebody who, you've shared many lives with, and they just understand you. They're almost like this bird there on your shoulder. They're always with you. They always know what's going on. Sometimes they see things more clearly than you do, and they know when you're ready to sort of work on something, or have a rebirth period, or perhaps the opposite, where you just need to go inward for a little while before the rebirth. But including that person in your life and connecting on the astral planes, on the 5D, coming outside of this 3D body and just having that deep bond. Yeah, I definitely feel that this is the twins. So yeah, send and receive love with one another. Don't fear the connection there. Don't fear that, if perhaps in the 3D they seem disinterested. Don't fear that. Just know and accept that they love you eternally, always, and it's unconditional love. So you don't need to change anything, you don't need to do anything, you just need to be who you are at your core, accept it and allow it to be open, and allow them to receive that energy. Yeah, so I feel that this is you taking some time to go within, to find your strength, to see things from a greater perspective, to connect with the nature and the music and the water, all the things we've had recently, in order to grow and be able to see the path ahead, to see and know what it is you must leave behind and which direction you must move forwards to, where the light is and where you desire that light to sort of lead you, what it is you wish for in this lifetime. Because if we don't stop to think about what it is we value and what it is we desire, and I mean this not from a place of sort of physical, sexual desire. I mean, what do we want for this life? If we could choose this lifetime again from the beginning, what would we do differently? What would we be searching for? What would be our mission here? So taking that time for, self-reflection is massive. It is the whole purpose of this spiritual journey, to move us forwards. Yeah, and again, I feel that this is linking in. This is after this time of healing and spending time in nature with water and with just yourself and your loved ones in spirit and your guides. This is you connecting, feeling healed, and being aware of what it is you desire, what your plan is for the future, and making a wish, sending that out there into the universe with faith, with trust, with confidence, believing and knowing that it can be received and it will come back to you when the time is right. This is you moving forward into a place of sort of fertility, growth, and yeah, just release. And again, I love it, the cards are lining up here. So this is again us in this nature period, this transformation energy, connecting with source, connecting with the earth, seeing the vision, knowing what it is we deserve, what we need. And also your twin, I feel, is right behind you with this. They are doing the same thing at the same time. And don't think that they're not, but because they are. I see it in two ways there in the card. They are coming forwards at the same point. They are beginning to realise the importance of direction, self-love and purpose on this journey. Yeah, and I feel again, this is giving back to yourself. So this is taking that time to do that, to find your power, to find your strength, to heal, to grow, to transform, to flourish. And then when you get to that point, when you have released some of the sort of toxic energies and the negativity and sort of limiting beliefs, bad habits, patterns, all the distortion, all of the things that no longer resonate, that don't serve, that don't align, then you come into your power, you connect with your inner child, you connect with the right people at the right time, and things will move forward in the right direction, and you are going to soar, you are going to fly, you are going to make it exactly what it is you have wished for and dreamt for. The candles there are burning, and they're burning bright. And again, I feel that this is the twins stepping up together at the same time, both coming into their power, both realizing the whole of the world awaits ahead, and this can be done. Once again, we have several cards jumping. The amount of times I've had to pick them off the floor today, it's really powerful. Okay, yeah, this is, I feel, you and your twin talking to one another, connecting in the astral realms. And, some of you might feel that this is somewhat of a tough journey, because I feel that the separation in the physical there is holding you back, and it stings and it hurts, and you're afraid of sort of getting nipped there and letting your guard down. But trust that if you can come together in this 5D connection, and you can just have faith in it and preserve that bond, then fireworks are going to go off, things are going to happen, and the universe will align things exactly as it's needed. Yeah, you're going to make it, you're going to be okay. So don't be afraid of pain on the way. Yeah, because you will get to the finish line. I feel that this is you two coming through together, but then unified in this oneness, this beautiful light and love, and this connection that is so profound. It is so colourful, it is so vibrant and intense. It is like nothing you've ever known before, and it was worth all of the struggle, all of the battle along the way. Yeah, you're breaking through, you're winning here, you are getting to the end. And again, this is the water and the nature. I feel like this is what is a must for you at the moment. This will propel you forwards. This will move you into a better state, a flow state. You'll feel more calm, relaxed, you'll feel in tune, you'll be able to hear your twin better, you'll be able to hear yourself, your soul better. And there won't be this blinding light anymore. You'll get to a point where you can sort of take off the mask, you can remove the mask, you can go without the sunglasses. You can even go without the oar, because the water and the waves are just going to support you. They're going to guide you. They're going to take you exactly where you need to be. And things are going to be so clear. You're going to see everything in a magnified state. And it's all going to make sense. You're going to feel a lot of power there. It's beautiful. Yeah, and I feel that this is getting to a place where you feel more deeply connected with the earth, with the sort of the sun, the nature, the water, yourself. And I feel that that is a reminder that at the end of the day, you are nature. You at your core have come from source, and you are nature. And if you can just connect with that deeply, you connect with that inner side of yourself, that fun side. Perhaps a small child who, you as a young girl or a young boy, you have not connected with that energy for some time, and it's time now to just start having faith and fun. So it's that letting go, having a laugh, letting the wind take you, and just going with the sails. Yeah, because you're going to come into that energy that is you in your power, strong, confident, connected to both your inner self, your higher self, and your twin there. And you're just wonderful. You're just beautiful, and you're at peace. So yeah, that's beautiful. So please, I know I feel like I say it every single day, but connect with that energy. That energy of the healing, which is the nature and the water, and yeah, the love. I feel here that some of you are having trouble sleeping at the moment, and it's because of some of the pain, it's because of some of what you've been going through, some of the wounds you've been healing, and it is that sort of period of reflection. And for some of you, because it's happening at night, it is sort of stopping you from getting the sleep you need, which is so important as well. So I feel that although it's good to reflect, it might be a good time there to just ask your guides, your team, your loved ones to step in and help you heal some of those wounds, sort of on a subconscious level, perhaps when you're sleeping, and connect with what's important, to give you some signs, to allow you to see things from a higher perspective, where things are not as bad as they seem. Oh, and this is lovely, this card. Let's just come out, and that just ties in there with before there we had the Empress. And so this is your twin coming into their own, into their power, seeing the way forward now. And you know what, just not being bothered about what other people may think. I feel like this twin has spent years hiding themselves and doing what's expected, doing what's right. And now they've realised that, none of that has ever made them happy. And to be honest, it's never made the other people happy either. Nothing has ever seemed good enough. No matter what they've done, they've never felt enough. And now they're just prepared to move forwards for themselves. And again, this is not the selfish sort of, cold, hard, ignorance sort of energy, not at all. It's power, it's strength, it's courage. It's beginning to realise that they are beautiful and they deserve the best life for themselves as well. They matter. They are important. Yeah, and I feel this is important for both of you, but particularly for the masculine. Finding simplicity in life, so tuning into the small things, the little things, just the wonderful, lovely, the things that we that go unnoticed, we don't even pay attention to, but noticing that, connecting with those little elements can bring us so much joy and happiness and peace, that actually we don't need any of the other stuff. We don't need materialistic things. We don't need 1,000,001 sort of friendships and connections. We don't have to be racing from A to B 24/7. Sometimes it's good to just sit and be happy being us, being comfortable in our own skin, and just embracing either creativity or say the connection in the 5D with someone, or music or art or poetry or even just the beauty within nature, just allowing yourself to see that if you can look at things simply, just as they are beautifully, things are so pure and so healing. We don't need to be bogged down by all the heaviness. Yeah, again, connecting with nature, going within and understanding that you are nature in your heart and your soul. You are one with source, the universe, your twin, and you are one together. It's just, oh, what a powerful card. It's beautiful. This is you, both of you, I feel, in your radiant, strong energy, knowing that you can move forwards together into the light, and it is done. That mission is coming to sort of surface now. You are at that point where things are really, really going to take hold and transform. And don't be afraid of it, please. Go with it. See it as the wind just coming and sweeping you in the right direction, taking you exactly where it is you need to be. Yeah, okay. Right, I feel like these may be the last few cards. Okay, I'm just reading that. It's okay to have needs and to fulfill them. Perfect, beautiful. Beautiful, just like this bouquet of flowers, and understanding that in order to be happy within ourselves, it is not just one or two or even three solutions, things that we need to do in life. It is a multitude of things. Just like this bouquet here, we have so many different elements we need to put into practice, into place, to get ourselves to being a better version, the best version of ourselves. And sometimes that does mean pulling out the weeds, stripping things bare, allowing new things to grow, connecting with sides of ourselves that we didn't even know were there, and perhaps we're out of touch completely and we don't even know what they are. But doing that work, doing that healing, and taking that time to understand what we need to then be able to grow and be the greatest version. Yeah, and again, and I feel that this is the last card here. So it's okay to do that thing you've been wanting to do. Have faith, have confidence, do it with pride, do it with passion, do it with self-love. Self-love will propel you into being the most wonderful person you are. And again, I say this all the time, this is not from a selfish sort of point of view where I'm just going to do what I want. I don't care about anyone else. Not at all. You still have to hold love for others, but at this moment in time, you just have to take that step back to appreciate that, sometimes we don't love ourselves enough, and that's not right. It's not fair. It leads us to a path where we feel lost, we feel rejected, we feel alone, we feel misunderstood, unheard, unseen, disconnected, and we are disconnected from ourselves, but also we have that disconnect with others, because if we're not in touch with what we need and what we're trying to do and achieve, then how on earth can anyone else understand us if we can't ourselves? So you don't have to stay in this energy forever where it's all about self-love, it's all about me. It is a period of transition and growth, and it will sort of propel you forwards to be in that place of power and that strength and confidence where you are comfortable with who you are, what it is you desire, what you need out of life, who you want to share your time with, what your goals are, what your purpose is here in this lifetime. Hopefully it will help you connect with that side of your soul who can sort of bring you forwards into that purpose state of being where you start to fulfill that purpose. You realise you've learnt some lessons, and if you haven't, be guided to see those lessons, to reveal them. I've just been guided to take another card here, so I will shuffle another deck. But yeah, please, I think this is coming up time and time again at the minute. This is what this is all about. It's about, healing yourself, finding yourself, acknowledging how important looking after yourself is on this journey. Don't stay lost. Don't stay stagnant. Look after yourself. And yeah, I feel that if you do that, you will be in a place where you are grounded, you are deeply connected with yourself, nature, source, your own inner fire, your own inner light. You will just be awakened. Your whole sort of persona will feel different. You'll just have this beautiful, bright energy that is almost alive. It's like you've been dormant for years. You've been on a low vibration. You've had yourself on a short lead. And then all of a sudden you are released. You are like a kite that has just taken flight, or a bird spreading its wings for the first time and succeeding. You will be inspired. You will be motivated. You will be happy. You will feel free. You are awakened, and it is beautiful. So please focus on this. Focus on how it is you wish to feel after you've done this inner work, this inner healing, this self-reflection. Focus on that. Get clear on what you want and just feel it. Sit with it, imagine it, feel it and manifest it. You can do this. It will happen. It's happening for everybody at the minute. It is coming forward because now is the right time. Self-love all the way, people. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that made sense. And thank you for listening. Have a lovely day.